at this live stream. I had to delete the first one due to an incident that happened, so I thought I'd come back online now and do another update stream and just explain about the earlier stream. Unfortunately, I had to delete it due to a person saying a inappropriate comment on my panel. So for this right now, I'm not going to be doing any panel on this one unless I know you very well or trust you to come on my panel. I want to talk about the reason why I'm cutting back the live streaming for now, and there's two simple reasons for that really. The first reason is the fact that one, I don't trust myself live streaming anymore. I don't trust the fact that I feel people are taken over when I'm live streaming, or I lose control of my chat. I lose control of running the stream. Hey Bradley, good to see you, buddy. So I'm going to be cutting back my live streaming quite some time. Hey Becky, good to see you. So I'm not going to be doing much live streaming anymore because of the fact that people try and take over my stream. Also, that I feel that I'm not really being supported that much on YouTube. I feel that I've had people kind of try and make me feel useless and stupid, and it's really dampened my spirits for live streaming. I really can't be bothered with it. It's just made me really not want to do it at all anymore. Live streaming, it's really frightened me, to be honest, and I feel like recently the two incidences I've had with live streaming, I've had to delete both the streams because I've had people trying to attack me, and I've had people try and say inappropriate things on my stream. And yeah, I feel right now I don't really want to be doing this stream, but it has to be done, it has to be explained, it has to be said. And right now I don't want to live stream anymore permanently. I'm scared to live stream on my own. I don't want to do it anymore. I really don't. I'm going to send this link out in my chat to some people right now. To mum here, to dad. I don't know if he's in the bed, but and to Gil as well. There we go. Yeah. So basically, hey Miss Korean, you're new here, and I don't feel that I am safe live streaming on my own anymore. I don't trust myself to live stream on my own. I'm extremely vulnerable. I have had problems with live streaming the last few times that I've live streamed. Yeah, Dakota and family. Hey Jason, good to see you. And Dakota, I hope you're doing well. And at this time, I'm not going to live stream after this. I'll be taking a live streaming break, maybe permanently for a little bit, or maybe for a few months. I don't know. Hey, Mystery Slots, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so basically, I'm going to be cutting back my live streaming probably permanently from now on for a little bit because I just feel like I'm losing control of stuff. I feel like I can't keep control of anything, and it's beginning to get to a point where I feel like I'm kind of losing myself and losing the attitude to live stream. I used to really love it. I did. And I still love it to a degree, but the thing is, right now I can't, and it's God, I can't even describe how I feel right now. Yeah, hey then Mitzi, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm just gonna check some hangouts. Yeah. About channel changes. Yeah. So yeah, hey Isabella, how you doing? I appreciate you being here. We are okay. Just worry about you. Just encourage you. Especially there's a lot of people that don't care for you. I know, Dakota. I'm not saying that you guys don't care. No. It wasn't what I'm implying at all. No. I just right now feel that I can't live stream anymore because I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself to make the judgments that are needed, and I've had a really bad time of anxiety recently to the point where I feel that I can't do it. I fail every time that something happens in my live stream. I lose control of it, and I just feel like I'm not really good live streaming. Hey Erica, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey. Yeah, and I've been wanting to do stream for a while. I know it's not going to be the most pleasant of streams. I know it's probably going to be a bit of a boring stream, but it is what it is. And I've been talking to some people behind the scenes about this, and they're fully supportive on board with me about this. So you know, it is what it is. Um, hey Stacey, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so basically, I'm just gonna stop live streaming. Really. Why is that still reading as if it's something red? What? Um. Okay. And yeah. James says you need to know. Now, I'm not name shaming anybody, any channels, Isabella. The thing is, I need to talk about this and get it out before it boils inside me. And basically, it's a state of things as it is. So, for some reason, it's not. Thank you. I still need to swear I'm learning. Basically, Mystery Slots, my channel is a autism channel. It's a case of right now I've been going through some stuff, and earlier I did a stream earlier today or yesterday, and there was an incident. I had to delete the stream, and before YouTube would have flagged it anyway, so I had to delete it. And yeah, it's just a case of I don't feel confident anymore. I really don't. And yeah, basically, it's a case of that it is what it is, and that I don't want to stream anymore. I really don't, unless I have someone who I know really well helping me with it, and I have someone who understands me and who gets my autism and everything else associated with that. And right now, I feel like people don't get it. I feel like I'm kind of battling people who are trying to make me feel stupid, and it's just a way of that. Right now, I'm just not really coping with it. And yes, I know, Mystery Slots. I do recognise you now. Now that you're saying that you met me on PH panel, I know who that is. Premier Hell channel. I do a deal with Premier Hell. He's an awesome supporter. I've known Premier Hell for quite some time, and yeah, he's a really good guy. And the problem is, it's a case of it's caused me great anxiety, and I feel at the moment I can't live stream unless I have some support, and people realise that I need it, clearly need it. Right now I'm stressing out to hell. So yeah, I'm kind of. Why is that not saying it's been read? What? Okay, why is that coming up doing that? Yeah. Jimmy DM me, please let me know what happened, okay? Yeah, Stacey, okay. I'll DM you on Hangouts. Yeah. Jimmy, you're amazing, strong, caring, support for one person. You keep doing what you're doing. Channels along. Amazing, like, it's not particularly haters, it's just I had an incident yesterday for you guys today because you're still in Monday and I'm in Tuesday, and it's a case of the person said something inappropriate and I had to shut it down because YouTube would flag me otherwise. And yeah, so yeah, I just feel like I can't really live stream anymore because people don't get it. They don't get the fact that I'm extremely panicking and the fact that I shouldn't have been made to feel like this, but unfortunately it happened. It was what it was. And yeah, I just feel like I'm kind of failing at live streaming right now. I kind of feel like I've run out of my usual energy and kind of, yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of mucking up badly. And yeah, I've got a topic for tomorrow's video already planned, which is fine. I've got that planned, but I don't know, guys. I don't know if I should keep on live streaming or not, or if I should just permanently not live stream and just keep it as a pre-recorded channel. And if I do live stream, if I go on people's panels, fair enough. I will do panels on other people's live streams, but for now, I don't think I am going to do it anymore, live streaming for me, because it feels like every time I do try and live stream, people take over me, or I get trolled, or some idiot tries to add themselves to my stream, and I don't know, guys, anymore. I'm not feeling that great about live streaming, period. Hey DZ, how you doing? Good to see you, DZ. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Um, yeah, so I'm not feeling great, guys. I'm getting really close to not live streaming ever again because every time I do live stream, it either gets fucked up or I end up having someone wreck my stream or whatnot. So, hey, the Jamie Show, how you doing? The Jamie Show, hold on, let me send you a link in Hangouts. Hold on, you can come up with me and talk about this. Hold on. Where are you? There. There. Ah, shit. Come up. There. Jamie Show, I've sent you a link in Hangouts, brother, if you want to come up with me and help explain this, because you know what I've been through. You know what I've been talking to you about in private, and I could really do your help right about now. And you've known me long enough to come on my panel. I've sent you a private link in the Hangout, Joe, if you want to come up on panel with me, brother, and help me explain all this. Good to see you, DZ. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, James Show, I've sent you a link in Hangouts. If you want to click that link and want to come up on the panel with me, it'd be great to see you. I haven't had you on panel yet, so it'd be good to have you on panel, brother, if you want to come and jump in and help me out, because you've known me for a while now. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Very, very much so. Very, 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 very much so. If you jump in and come and help me, because yeah, right now my anxiety is starting to go, and yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I will continue live streaming or if it's just going to be an occasional thing for now, or if I just flat out stop live streaming in particular and just live stream with others on their channels or on panels with other channels. If there's a channel that's going to do a panel and they want me on there, fair enough, I'll do it. But right now on my channel, there isn't going to be much live streaming from me at all until I feel safe enough to do it on my own, or at least with a trusted moderator or people who are classed as family on here. So the Jamie Show, anyone like that who's known me for over the 2-year period that I've been on here. Jamie Show has pretty much been with me since the start, and he's been with me ever since, and he's never given up on me. He's never dealt with me. Jamie, keep streaming. F the trolls. Good evening, Run and Water. How you doing? Gemma, keep streaming. Fuck the trolls. You're better than them. Don't allow yourself to their level. Be strong. Stand tall. I'm proud of you. I tried to, Isabella, but the problem is it's a case of doubt myself and the insecure thoughts in my head right now and feeling like shit and trying to battle the thoughts in my head that are going round and round and round and round in my head all the fucking time. And I can't switch them off as much as I want to because, again, being autistic, I can't do that. I have to keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning all these thoughts and the negative things in my head. Thank you, Daisy. Oh, Daisy, you're so sweet. Oh, like I haven't been very fun, Daisy. To be fair, like most of my streams recently, I've had to either delete or private or whatever because it's just been a fucking shit show, and it hasn't been that great. I've had to delete like my last 3 streams because they've been awful, and it's had me being in a panic attack. Yes, I do, Isabella. I've just been off the phone with her and Sean. I'm due to go back on the phone with him after this stream. Hey, Wanda. So after this stream, I will be going back straight onto the phone with Sean and Amber to talk to them because they've had to have their dinner and stuff. And I said I'll contact them afterwards. So once they finish their dinner, I will ring them after the stream and I will go back into a phone call with them. And yeah, we're going to go through some ideas of how I can better cope on here. And yeah, James Show, if you're ready to come on, I would really like you to be on here, like pretty much now. Let me message him, see where he's at. Where are you? Where are you? Here. Hey. Isabella, I have got Amber on Hangouts. That's the thing. I'll talk to her afterwards. Right, hold on. Hey, Crimson. Right, hold on. Let me paste the link in the chat. Hold on. Right, Jamie Show, I've pasted it in the chat for you. Shit. Shit. Yeah, so I've just pasted the link in the chat, so hopefully he'll be able to click it. Yeah, Crimson, I got your message on Twitter. I will reply to you very shortly. I did read it, and I will send you a reply very shortly after this stream. I will be in touch with you on Twitter. Maybe we could connect on Hangouts and have a chat. Crimson, I think that'd be quite a good discussion to have with you. If you're open to the idea. And yeah, for some reason I'm struggling to get any guests on here whatsoever. Okay, guys, if you want to hop on the panel with me a bit, if you want to come and have a laugh with me over Crimson or the Jamin Show, you know me well enough. If you want to come on the panel and come and chat to me for a bit, that would be good. If not, I'll think about ending this stream. I have also included some other people to come up as well. I'm checking my Hangouts right now. I know he's going to bed, but yeah. Yeah, so I thought I'd come on and just talk about the updates and whatnot, and clearly this is another failed live stream attempt. I'm probably going to definitely delete this live stream now and call this a night. And yeah, I'm just really struggling with this right now. I'm struggling to get any form of people in here, and it's just a case of I feel absolute pants right now, and it's just I don't know if I'm going to live stream or if I'm just going to stop live streaming permanently right now. And people are nasty with me. I have a bad habit of purposely exaggerating all the traits that was so harsh about. Yes and no. Oh, here he is. There we go.
Do it.
Hello.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, you did. You're here. Yes.
Oh, you can hear me. Awesome.
Yes, I can.
All right.
How are you, brother?
Excellent. I'm doing good. We're live, right?
Yes, we are live. Yes.
Oh,
You are live
hi,
on
everybody.
YouTube.
Hi,
Guys, this is the Jamin Show, also known aka J Dad, aka Joe, aka my big brother, aka many other things I could call him, but I won't. And
How's
yeah,
life?
Joe knows how this feels. I've been through this with Joe so many goddamn fucking times. He's probably sick of me repeating the same shit. Yeah,
Well,
so he's gonna be here and help me out.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, and I appreciate it. And for those of you
Of
who
course, brother, you know that.
For those of you who don't know me, I am J Dad, father of the J Man from the J Man Show, where we do crazy adventures and silly things and autism awareness, and we try to have some fun, goof off, and we go for world records, and we do a bunch of silly things. So, with that out of the way, Gemma, I'm glad you reached out. I know we do a lot of private chats, and I know that sometimes all it takes is just a couple sentences to calm you down. Sometimes I actually have to get face to face. We have to talk about strategies.
Yep.
So I wasn't there for you earlier when it actually happened. When you
So
broke
basically,
down.
I'll explain what happened. Basically, I was doing this stream, but earlier on yesterday, and I basically said that I was gonna not live stream and just focus on pre-recording, and this supposed channel came up on my panel, and I thought it was gonna be all good, and she basically came on, told me something which triggered the out of me. I had to shut the stream down, delete it because of the content that she was talking about and what she told me, and the people in the chat. I was like, hell no, no way, And I warned her. I said, don't mention stuff if it's not good on my channel. I don't need it. I don't want it. Blah 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 blah. And basically, I ended up deleting the stream because it was basically a trigger situation, and I ended up crying my eyes out, and it's triggered me all since fucking yesterday.
Okay, so what strategies have you already applied? What have you tried? What has failed?
This, I've tried my music. I've tried listening to music. I have tried doing my writing. I've tried every goddamn fucking thing to my knowledge, and nothing's worked. Even after I've even took 2 days of my meds, and they haven't worked.
Well, I know we talked about that chart, the things that you can do when it happens and whatnot. Have you been using that at all lately? Have you?
Yeah, I used the chart today to write down a lot of the things, and I got kind of angry and stopped doing it because I was getting frustrated, and I kind of feel like I've gone from doing steps forward to going complete shit backwards.
Okay, so well, it's good. you're going to feel that way, especially when you have bad days. But you know, you can only move forward after that, right? So you got
Yeah.
to pick up for lost time. That's you feel the pressure of that when it's not necessarily real pressure. If you just kind of tell yourself you can go at your own pace, you just one day at a time. You're still feeling you're beating yourself up over a failure, and that happens. That
It's
happens
a
often.
it's a miserable fucking failure.
Right. And you were telling me once about an argument you had with your dad, and like this is just examples of a while ago, the
Yeah.
conversations we had. Me and you didn't see eye to eye, short period of time ago where we were actually kind of arguing a little bit, but we got over it. You know, our friendship was stronger than that. We made it through all that. But
Yes. Well, we would have done. That's just no doubt in my head about that one.
right. So, with that said, it just took a little bit of time, a little bit of break, a little bit of let the dust settle, let bygones be bygones, and then things were back to normal. Uh, I'm not looking at the chat right now. It's easy for me because I'm using my phone. So I bet you're watching it pop up right now. They could say whatever they want. We have to hope that our moderators are doing their jobs, right?
Yes, I have some good moderators in here right now. I
Good.
know most of them, so
Good. So you have to put some faith in them a little bit, and you kind of are worried regardless because they're just strangers in a sense. But who'd you pick as mods counts, and
yeah.
and you've made the wrong decisions sometimes. That's why you've had to take away blue.
Yes.
And
Frequently.
right. That's why you advocate for, knowing at least who that is before you give away a blue wrench. And you can't just do the
Yes.
give away that wrench mentality because you could be given a troll a wrench. And that's the worst.
Exactly, which is why I got rid of like over 26 mods recently, which I'm now down to 17.
But that gave you a power over it, right? That gave you
Yes.
control in a situation where you felt like you were out of control. And that's what a
Yes.
sensory issue, that's what a sensory toy or a tool does as well, is brings you back to the situation. So you just got to kind of refer to the chart and assess the situation. Is a high threat, low threat? Have you been here before? What do you do? What'd you do last time? That's why that chart and that diary and all those things that I encourage you to do help. And since
Yeah.
you're in the spectrum, and we were talking about this, how people accuse you of not being autistic and things like that, and that kind of triggers you even more. Where
Yeah.
you don't have to prove yourself to anybody but yourself. And it's not whether
I know.
you're autistic or not. It's whether or not you can overcome whatever you have to deal with that day. And a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize that could just mean going to the deli. That could just mean going to get a haircut. That could just, so that's why it's important that you always talk to the professionals and you always take your meds right. And I know that sometimes has been an issue in the past. So are you doing it the right way or are you doing it the Gemma way?
No, I'm doing it the right way. I'm taking my meds twice a day like I'm meant to.
Okay.
I'm
So
on another set of meds as well because obviously I've got the injury in my stomach to deal with right now as well, which isn't
are
helping.
you drinking your cider while you're taking your meds or is
Hell no.
okay,
No way.
good. Good. Well, that makes a difference. And we talked about why that's important.
Yep,
And
alcohol and meds not a good idea. Done
exactly.
that loads of
So
times,
you're
not a
not
good
doing that.
idea.
Excellent. So
It makes me feel sick as a freaking dog.
do you want to talk? I know that we're live right now, but if you want, do you want to talk about some live? I mean, talk about some dark things live. Do you want to bring it
Yeah,
up?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You were talking about having negative thoughts the other day, and you told me how you put your strategies in place and you overcame that. Have you been having reoccurring issues with negative thoughts again, or
Yeah, partly the thing is I feel like I'm fucking up everything, and I feel like I've got both sides of me being pulled because I want to live stream. I love it usually, and I want to help people. But the last few weeks that I've live streamed since I've come back from my live streaming break a couple of months ago, I just feel like I'm being whacked in the face. As soon as I've come back, I've had trolls. I've had people take over my channel on the panel when I've had people up here, and I'm just like, good God, what the fuck am I doing? And I just feel like I've lost control of all my stuff, and now I'm trying to get myself back into ground and back into the situation, and I feel like I'm not allowed to have control of my own channel. I feel like every time I try and stream, someone's trying to tell me what to do, or I've got people on my panel
do you
who
do you
don't let
feel
me talk.
do you feel like going live tonight was something that you didn't want to do, but you forced yourself to do because other people convinced you to do it or forced you? You felt the pressure to do it.
Not necessarily feel the pressure, but I felt I needed to do this to make a point, and also because right now I feel like if I don't talk about this and get it out there, 'cause it's not just me this is happening to, this is the problem. There's a load of YouTubers who have stopped live streaming because of other issues and bullying. I know there's been certain channels that I care about who are going through this and still are going through it. And I'm thinking, well, if it's not just me feeling this way now, there's other channels who I've been speaking to for weeks on end who are not coming back to YouTube or have chosen not to live stream because this exact thing. It's ridiculous.
Well, who are you trying to prove that point to? To yourself or
To
to the
myself and
universe?
everybody. Yeah.
Well, if you're doing it for yourself, that's one thing. But you shouldn't have to do anything for anybody else unless you feel that that it's necessary. But I don't think you have to answer to anybody else. Anybody that accuses you of anything negative like that, or and
It's because I'm a
even
defensive
positive stuff.
individual.
Well, even positive stuff can put pressure on you if you're and you've been going through a lot lately. I know you've taken on a lot more responsibility as far as your responsibilities in the medical stuff you've been providing and educating the police, the law enforcement, the
Yeah.
paramedics. You've been talking to teachers and people on Parliament. You've been doing all kinds of stuff lately, so you are probably mentally stressed with a lot of things right now. So I think you got to like take some time to take some Gemma time, relax, and if you don't want to go live, then don't go live. Don't make anybody force you to do it. There is a chance that you could benefit from a little bit of a break, especially if you're feeling the
Yep.
pressures of social media, which is a thing, and we talked about that. And there's a lot of people who don't care whether or not you're triggered or having sensory overload issues, so they want to type whatever they want to type in the chat. And we've been dealing with stuff privately with our own families
Yep.
behind the scenes that we don't even talk about because people would accuse us of being drama channels. And we don't bring it up because we're professionals and we try to, and it's difficult because it's something that's on our mind. I know you're going through a lot of stuff and just like about what we're going through. And it's like we come to each other with things like that. That's why I won't bring up a lot of those other things
No,
because it's
I understand that, brother. I
nobody's
know.
business. It's nobody's business.
No, it's not. But the thing is, people attack. It's not just me who's going through this. This is why I'm doing it because there's people like you who I absolutely love and adore and care about, and there's people who are getting bullied for no reason. And the thing is, people shouldn't take control of other people's channels, and that means if you're on a panel, if you're in the chat, and if you're asked not to put something, listen to the live stream host. For goodness sake, don't just sit there and type random stuff or stuff that's going to trigger somebody else. So it wasn't just me who got triggered. And the reason I had to delete my stream earlier was because the person who told me her situation, and it was a big, big, big trigger of mine, and I lost it and I couldn't focus. And I was just like, okay, bye, end my stream, delete it because of what she said was so bad that YouTube would have flagged me.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Well,
was like, yeah, I'm not risking my channel.
well, then you did the right thing. You took it down.
I had
But
to. I
it's
had no
also it's your
choice.
channel. You should do whatever you want. It really is.
It's,
You don't. If you want to put up
I
a
just feel like I
video,
haven't had much support. Like, I'm trying to fight my way through all these battles, and
Gemma, you should use YouTube for fun. That was your original intent, was to learn about yourself, learn about others, educate others,
yeah,
and have some fun. So just stick to the having fun part. And if you're not having fun, then then they're the ones that are missing out.
yeah,
That's why you should just keep it lighthearted, keep it fun, keep it educational. Remember those three things we talked about: educate, inspire.
and motivate. Yes.
That's right. So you got to all right. You got to continue just going over those things, and when you have idle hands, work on a new craft. Keep your mind challenged, keep yourself busy, reach out. You're
Yeah,
making new friends. You're doing a lot of things to be socially interactive. You've conquered boundaries that you would have never thought you could have conquered a
yeah.
year ago.
Like for
You've overcame
example,
a lot of
yeah,
things in a year. Can you imagine what the next 10 years hold? So you can't let people hold you back. You can't let any little person just step in your way or try to tell you how to act or how to feel, because that's what you're already having issues with every day. So you're an X-Men. You know what to do.
yeah. I know.
X-Woman, I'm sorry.
No, no, you're fine. No, no, you're fine. I prefer because the thing is, you make perfect sense. The way you say things to me, I know that I can do it. But recently, with
Well,
all
it's
everything that's
constantly
been,
reminding yourself of that. It's easy for me to tell myself that. And it's hard. We talked about that the other day. you said, Joe, how could you have issues with this and that if you're helping me with that? Same thing. I'm like, well, I still haven't found a way yet. I'm still working on it. I'm still trying.
Yeah.
But we're still helping each other, and it helps me to help you, and it helps you to help me, and
Yeah.
it's good. So
It's just a way of coping, and like obviously, I think part of this is because I put myself in such a vulnerable position on Sunday with going to the concert that I went to, which was ace. Had a fab time, loved it, and then
okay,
as soon as I got home early hours Monday, because technically I got home after midnight, and I was yes, I was tired, yes, I was buzzing, but at the same time, as soon as breakfast time hit on Monday, I felt shit. I was just like, phew, bang. And I was just like, how can I go from being happy and then all of a sudden by Monday breakfast time, Monday lunchtime, I was just like, oh, now what? Like, I've had a good time, I've enjoyed myself at the same time. Now I'm feeling bam, bam, bottom again. And it's just like,
well,
ah.
we talked about this once too. Well, a few times, and it's that emotional high we get from doing good things, and how sometimes a good situation can make us too excited, and we can kind of either die really. If you're, it's like having awesome breakfast every day for a whole week, and then going back to bullshit breakfast. You're like, well, this isn't what I'm used to every day for a week. So it's like you're so used to one thing all the time that you got to either kick it up a notch or nothing's good enough. So that's kind of what happens when you have a great time. You had a little bit of a buzz. This is before you started medicating again, so I
Mm-hmm.
remember the situation very fondly. You then it was like the complete polar opposite on the other side, like right away, real quick. And that right there was the overload. That was the panic. That was the reason to reach out. So
Yeah.
when you did, it was because at that moment you allowed other people to become responsible for your emotions and how you deal with them at the time. So
Yeah.
with all those Jean Grey moments that you fought against, these are this little slip ups that affect you in a big way. So all you got to do
Yeah.
is just keep going back to basics, keep
Back to the plan, yes.
going back to it, and that's everything you've been doing. And that's, I said it, you got to do it over and over again, but you got to try different things. So but you got to keep trying, and you can't
Yeah.
just give in, and you can't let those negative thoughts take over. You can't let that toxic person win. It's really
No.
bad, but right now you got to deal with that a lot on social media. You got Momo out there telling people to do horrible things. Well, all Momo is some jerk
Yeah.
that wants to
That's scary. Yeah.
just wants to encourage a child to hurt themselves. So that's a bad person. And you got
Yeah.
real people out there that want to see bad things, and they target people in the autistic community and people with mental disorders, and anybody that is not neurotypical in some way of putting it, but like it's because they think that they're easy targets. But joke's on them, is they're used to this. What did you tell me the other day when we were dealing with that one person? I eat people like that for
For
breakfast.
breakfast, yes.
You told me that, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And you're like, "Yeah, I have nothing to worry about." Okay.
Wouldn't some of them be like gamey and tough though? I mean,
Hello, Melanie.
what's up, Gemma? I just had to throw my 2 cents in real quick.
No, it's good. Like the thing is, the reason I did the stream is because I was being shitty, and it's a case of people being annoying, and I panicked. Yes, I did. I panicked, and I hit the self destruct button. I'm just like shit, 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 shit. Don't know what to do. I'm like,
Perfectly natural. That's a natural reaction, but you just have to always remember in the back of your head, F the haters.
Yeah.
Always go.
Yeah, but it's easier said than done when you've got someone on my panel earlier who was basically telling me a certain situation, and it was.
I can't tune in to see it. Look at the chat right now. How's it looking? Are the moderators holding it down?
Yep. It's all good. Yep.
Good.
I've got.
Good job, mods.
Yep. Thank you for my mods being awesome. Good. I have my moderators in here. I have most of them in my chat are actually mods, so it's alright. Most of them. I think there's only about 3 or 4 that aren't mods in here, but yeah.
You have a lot of supporters, Gemma. So there's always going to be 1 or 2 trolls.
Yeah.
Screw them.
It's just yeah.
Some of the circles that you used to hang out with, they're still following you around. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, we know that's a plan I need to work out. I need to do. That's something we need to work on in private to try and help me, because I am right now. This things that shouldn't be happening. And the thing is, it's so sad because I shouldn't be made to feel this way that I do right now. I shouldn't be made to feel that I'm faking it or whatever. And I've had people constantly accuse me of it, and it's doing my head in. I've had enough.
Because a lot of people don't understand it, and people are afraid of what they don't understand, so they automatically go to accusations.
Hey, sharpshooter's in here. Hey, much love, sharpshooter. Much love,
up,
brother.
Sharpshooter?
Much love, brother. Good to see you. I appreciate you being here right now. I really do. It's like, yeah, people have been accusing me non-stop of being fake. I've been getting messages on Twitter. I've been getting messages on YouTube Messenger. And let me put this straight for anybody who doesn't know who I am. I am an autistic woman from the UK. I've been diagnosed now for 6.5 years. I've got 2 psychological assessment papers with my diagnosis written on them. And one report is 44 pages long. The other one's about 30-odd pages long. And I have medical proof of my diagnosis. I actually have a medical certificate, and I have an autism alert card. So what more proof do you need? I have actually got several forms of proof
You don't need
that
to prove
tell
it.
you.
To anybody, like I just said, people are scared of things they don't understand. And if someone's doing better than they are very quick to bring you down. So they're going to say what they want to say because they're not willing to work on themselves. So they're going to bring you down because, you know, mommy's basement is a nice warm place and I have hot pockets.
The voice of J-Mom over
Mommy
here.
gives me hot pockets.
No,
Yeah.
She's making fun of trolls now. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my head up. I am.
Troll the trolls?
You feed the trolls. They like the attention.
Yeah.
And Gemma sometimes gives them accidental attention.
Yes, I do. I'm guilty of that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I
I had
do.
to flip my view around because my phone was dying. So
it's like, okay, Gemma, next troll that comes in and says something ignorant to you, ask them if their mommy has to pull their skin back to their penis to clean it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even kidding.
I know.
30-year-old people, I guarantee, Gemma, a lot of your trolls are either 6-year-olds that got a hold of mommy's iPhone and it's on preset stuff that she said to her husband, and that's just what the kids were sharing. Or it's a 30-year-old person that, you know, obviously doesn't have a life.
Yeah.
So,
it's just ridiculous.
It is. It's very ridiculous. It hurts, and it is something. It's funny how we as humans will dwell on something that's negative longer than we dwell on something that's positive. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I know you get a ton more compliments than you do trolls. A ton more support.
Yeah, for sure.
So just try to, you know, you see that one bad thing, take the 30 other great things and be like, you know what? I'm sorry you're so bored with your life that this is all you can do. And just move on from it.
Okay. Amber, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you. You can come on and talk about this as well. I'm gonna put the link in for Amber on the chat. But
I have the phone sitting at. It's like so weird. At least I don't look like I shaved.
It's just
kidding.
Yeah, it's just the fact that I shouldn't even have to be talking about this subject, and the fact that it has to come up again, and people are going, well, Gemma's clearly not autistic. You don't know shit about what I go through.
That irritates me to no end. That's with anybody. It's like I said, if someone doesn't understand it, they're extremely quick to. Am I moving there?
I think we're
Yeah. Okay. They're extremely quick to attack something they don't understand. I've noticed that with a lot of people.
Yeah.
If they don't understand it, they attack it.
Yeah, we've seen that with Josh.
I mean, I saw a scary spider, so, and I love spiders, and I was quick to judge it, and I killed it.
Yeah, I used to kill spiders. I'm actually pretty good with them now. I actually put them outside. Because when I first started talking to you two, I remember having a spider in my living room, and I said to Joe, I go, oh, I've got to go and kill a spider. He's like, no, Gemma, don't. I'm like, why? I don't like the bloody things. They're scary. They're horrible. They crawl and I was just like, and Joe's like, just go and let it outside, scoop it up, put it outside. I was like, okay. And I was so scared. I got one of my plates from the kitchen, scooped it, got a cup on top of it, went like that, and I opened my front door so fast. I was just like, and I literally threw it out. So I was like, ugh. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I remember walking you through that. I was like, you got to get a cup or something.
Wait a minute, I do remember hearing that in the background.
No, I don't remember. If I told her that,
there was something, yeah.
But I remember trying to walk you through it once, or telling you like ahead of time. Oh, they're easy. Just take a piece of paper and a cup, and you're like, oh, I'll have to try that. And then you actually told me later. You're like, I got rid of a spider, Joe. I got rid of a spider. I did it all by myself.
Yeah, I did. I've done it several times since. Like, it still scares me though, because the fact that they're creepy legs and you can sit. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but it is easier to just squash them. Just squash them. But just you could use fire. People do all kinds of silly things.
If I had fire, I would have used it. And then
I don't recommend fire. I
smashed him with a shoe. I felt so bad.
Unless you're just being theatrical.
Like,
well, he was.
But remember, they're hairy, so they're going to catch on fire and run somewhere. So they're just going to run into your clothing on fire. So that's why it's a bad idea.
They're going to be
pregnant. And the thing is, I want people to talk about this, and it's a case of like I want people to be aware of like the live stream difficulties, and like you're gonna face people who want to try and be horrible and stuff. And like I'm just defending myself. If people want to think that I'm fake, come and challenge me and do it to my face. Don't go and tell people, and don't comment to me and go, oh well, are you autistic? I don't prove shit. Like I'm autistic. Deal with it. If you don't like it, don't be here. Like I said on Twitter yesterday, if you don't agree with me for being autistic, walk away, because I don't need you.
Yeah, but that's like saying I don't agree with somebody.
You don't need to validate it. You do not need to
silly
prove
though.
It at all.
Seems like that's somebody that just doesn't like you because you have one ear that's
well,
bigger
a lot
than
of
the
people
other
don't understand that autism it's so broad. It's literally like a rainbow that stretches across a city. It's broad. Will you shut up?
Sharpshooter, you're not fake either. Like he just put Gemma says you're not fake. Goes I'm fake. No, you're not, Sharpshooter, not at all. You've been an
You can tell just by people's personalities, the way they conduct themselves and everything. It's pretty easy to, it is pretty easy to get people like Gemma. When we first started talking to you, it's been a little over a year now?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Okay. So at that time, we'll just say 2 years ago. And at that time, when I remember when I wouldn't even come on camera when Joe was talking to you because of your sensory issues and the whole meeting new people and all that stuff. I remember that and I respected that. I mean, my brother has autism, so I absolutely know boundaries and all that stuff when it comes to it. But you wouldn't even, you couldn't barely make eye contact. You couldn't, I mean, there was a lot of things. You always had to have a dark background, things like that. And within the past 6 months, you've grown so much. Look at everything that you have successfully accomplished by coming out of your own comfort zone.
Yeah.
And with autism, my goodness, do we know that is one of the most difficult things.
Well,
and I know the anxiety and everything's still there, but you are walking proof that even with autism as a disability, you can do it.
Yeah.
It takes practice, trust.
Yeah.
I mean, several other things.
Well,
but you've done it.
Gemma does it every day, though. She wakes up. She's like, what T-shirt am I going to wear?
But
and
I
then
think,
she just starts kicking ass.
What I'm getting at is the fact over these past 2 years, though, it's been documented. If you watch Gemma's videos from 2 years ago and watch them all the way up to now,
she's changed her style, her mannerisms. She was professional then. Now she's even more professional. I mean,
I think she even wore a dress once.
Yeah, I think also we're being more open as well. Like, being on here and going, you know what, autism isn't all rainbows and woohoo and teddy bears. It's not. It's freaking ridiculous because people say to me, "Oh, autism's easy." No, absolute not, because you don't
Right.
see the bad side of it.
I know guys.
Right, we don't see the bad
I
side
know
of
men
it.
and women that
We just know
really
what we
think
see go on with the
autism is
people
people
we
drooling.
know.
They think
That
people just
it's-
drooling on themselves or staring at a wall.
I honestly
It's
think
like
that's
that's
what
not
people
what
think.
autism is.
No, I get called fake all the time. Like, the amount of times I get told, "Oh, well, how can you be autistic and yet you do YouTube, yet you're on public media?" Yes, because a lot of adults like me don't get diagnosed. They don't get diagnosed, or they get diagnosed and they're like, the other day I met someone locally who got diagnosed at 84. 84 years of struggling like this. Hell no way.
And I had no
That's
idea. That's crazy.
that's just no. Like, you don't do that. That's just, people need to learn when to draw the boundary. Unfortunately, people seem to want to attack me because I'm very vocal and I'm very out there and go, you know what, I don't put up with BS. I won't.
Well,
And if they want to come and challenge me, so be it.
in a lot of ways, though, you're the opposite of what most people encounter as autism, though. And no offense to anybody with autism, but you're on the spectrum to where you're verbal, you're outgoing, you actually fight against the things that try to hold you back. And a lot of the people that I know that have autism or autistic children, they don't have, when they see you doing what you do, that's the first thing that they want to say is that you're not real, that you're fake, that that's not how autism is. And it's like, well, no, I think Gemma's a great example of what knowing how to manage. It's not, there's no cure for autism except for acceptance, except
Yeah.
for managing certain behavioral issues and stemming behavior. And I mean, that's, and that's just based on your time that you're willing to put with your child or with the individual. And each situation is custom and different, and everybody needs to kind of have their word, but at the same time, people need to take the time to listen. I think that's where a lot of people don't. They just assume and judge, and then in some cases where there's like people are getting arrested or they interact with EMTs or something or medical professionals, they don't. Even these medical professionals don't know how to deal with certain situations because the spectrum is so broad, and each behavioral issue is based on a lot of different factors. And well, you know what I mean. You've done research on this topic, and you've taught me a lot about these things. And when me and you got to know each other, I told you everything I knew, and you corrected me on so many things. And I remember thinking I sound like a dumbass, and you were like, "No, Joe, because you're taking the time to actually solve these problems and to actually."
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily
And I
you
was
were
like,
a dumbass.
well,
You were you were doing things right. You were just very, you were asking me the ways to correct yourself, and I was just like, well, look, you do this, 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 this.
Right.
You weren't necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just the fact that you were doing it in a way you knew wasn't comfortable for people when you were adjusting your behaviour. That's fine.
Well, I also knew that I was ignorant, and I needed to reach out and to learn more. And I actually wanted to change who I was because I think if some other people knew me, they might say I was a bully. And it was because I gave into peer pressure or because I didn't understand or whatever. But I actually, when I was younger, decided, I can't. You can't go through life just judging people and not including them. And
you always dealt with my brother the best way you could.
well,
and it was like the only way we could satisfy
it's not
him
just
was
Josh,
giving
though.
him
It's
his
like
way, though.
at the time when we were younger, though, autism wasn't like as open about. People weren't as open about it.
No,
people,
it wasn't.
You know,
my mom even told
they
me
didn't know a lot about it.
He wasn't diagnosed until he was about 12, 13. Because she had inquired with the doctor about it previously when he was about 6 or 7, and they're like, no, but he had specific mannerisms, I guess, like he
behavioral patterns.
He would just have like a meltdown over like absolutely nothing. I mean, he would be around nothing and would have a meltdown. I would actually drag him through Walmart or wherever we were by his foot. But me being an older sister and him being 6 years old, you're just assuming that that's
right, but
normal.
how old were you? 12? You're like 12. So,
like 12
you were
or
also
13.
like a kid just trying to solve.
Yeah,
So I'm
it's
just like, okay, you're just taking a tantrum. And then, like, after my mom found out and had told me and everything, I felt so bad for it.
I think the thing is as well, it's just you need to have someone who you trust to be on here with as well. I think the plan is for me, I'm going to have someone like you and Joe on here, or someone who I trusted moderator, because I can't stream on my own. That's a fact. I'm not able to do this on my own because I clearly can't cope with it.
Don't do it on your own.
Yeah,
always have a co-host on there and in the hangar.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I could create a Google Hangouts thing on my own or whatever because I'm available after. It would be 7 p.m. your time is when I would be available.
Okay, no worries. I can do.
The kids come to school at 2, so. But I mean, I can always do that.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't have a problem.
Oh, by the way, Gemma, hashtag
Yeah.
Team Tiff says hi.
I will be mean to
is Team Tiff there? Is she?
No, she's not here.
She's in jail. But
again,
she says hi.
Okay. Best wishes to her. I hope she does all right. I did. Team Tiff's good.
You know,
she's a good woman. She is.
Jail's
Oh, here we go. Sean's here. Whoop, whoop. Hello, Dad.
Hold on here. I can't hear anybody yet. So hang on.
Hey, Sean.
Hi. But yeah, like I was talking about my brother, when he was 5 or 6 years old, he would like bend himself in half to fit inside his toy box.
Let's do this like this.
And he would just sit and play with Matchbox cars for like hours, bent in half. And I'm like, that's not normal. Like, why is he doing that? And like, there was times where we could never find the kid, and we're running through the house screaming like, "Oh my God, where did he go?" He's inside a toy box with the lid closed playing with this Matchbox car.
I'm very happy that I have Sean here right now because, he knows a lot of these issues I'm going through right now.
Awesome.
And has been aware of several things that have been going wrong with my streaming as of late. Very much wrong. So it's, a case of I need to have supervision, period. Because I can't stream without someone being here because, I clearly fuck it up or muck it up or it ends up getting ruined.
Gemma needs an adult.
Yep.
Yes. I am an adult, but I need someone to actually sit here and go, Gemma, okay.
Just remember, the more awareness you bring and the bigger you get, because the autism community is a heck of a lot bigger than we know it.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends,
this is true.
Their children are autistic. So your following's just going to grow, and with that growing, there's going to be quite a few more trolls. But I will be happy to troll the trolls.
Yeah, I know.
My name's not really tied to nothing, so
Like Sean is a perfect example. He knows what's been going on with me, and like I want to kind of let Sean have the floor, and he can kind of give a clearer definition of what the hell my head's been like recently.
Well, I think the big thing that's been happening recently here is that she's starting to realize how she can have her emotions expressed and at the same time trying to figure out how to actually explain them to herself so she actually knows what these emotions are. We've been trying to take it back where I've been using a lot of the meditation practices that I've learned over 17 years as a meditator, that when she starts to feel something and she doesn't know what it is, I've told her, okay, so you don't know what that is, and that's okay. Go back to your thinking, and what are your thoughts? And what value have you put on them? Because you can't monitor every thought you have, because we have like 60,000 thoughts in a day. The typical person has about 60,000 thought moments. And they're just a blur. They just are a blur. So what happens for her is that I've got her to where she's at least getting to that, but because of all the issues of the trolls and everything like that, she's not able to pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get it back to her feeling center of who she is at her heart and go, okay, so what are you feeling first? You don't know what that is. You don't know why that is. Go to your thoughts, figure out what value you've associated with whatever thought is, and then you can start assigning a feeling to it. So no matter how complex it is, you can actually try to get an idea and say, I'm thinking this. But because of how the trolls have been hitting her, her coping mechanisms aren't there.
Nope.
And so she's having to rely on people like us to actually try and engage with her in a way to deal with the trolls. Now, if you're wanting, high five, troll killing kind of moment, hey, I'm for that, because trolls don't last with me because I just love the heck out of them and they just sit there and hate it because I don't get upset.
Thank you so much for your comment. Oh my God, I love you.
Hawks.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, what you're saying is making a lot of sense. I'm going to use some of what you just said.
Yeah, hugs kill trolls.
I
Yeah.
stuff, so
The thing is, Sean knows that as him and my relationship's got quite deep, and like he knows I call him my dad, and I have a lot of time and respect for Sean. We speak daily, multiple daily.
good.
There's been some times that I have spoken to him. I've burst out in tears because I haven't coped. I haven't coped. Period. And right now, I'm still not 100% coping. Or yeah, I should probably say 95% not coping.
Well, you have, yeah.
And it's been hell. It has. It's been hell to the point where I've cried and said some really dark stuff to Sean. Really dark, depressing stuff to the point where I've wanted to give up YouTube several times. I've gone to I'm not going to repeat what I said to Sean, but
It's okay. It's okay.
oh fuck.
There's only so many times that I can say that I've had to pull her out and do silly stuff because I'm 47. I could care less about how I react to whatever. What is somebody going to do? Call me a bad name? That's entertaining. Right. So let me see here. Oh, so you've called me this and this and this. I had somebody actually say that I had a small weenie. I was entertained. I truly was because I was trying to figure out how. I just want to know how they got into my underwear. I'm simple like that, but at the same time, I have no problem doing silly stuff at any point in time.
Oh God! Oh,
because honestly,
here comes the snap camera.
I just don't care. Yeah, I just don't care. And honestly, well, apps like this. Yes, I'm 47. I'm a dude. I have 3 grandchildren now. I've got 4 children, and I don't know. I go to these things because my stepdaughter taught me, about Snapchat and all that. I have Snap camera. My eyes look amazing with this. I mean, look at this. Where was I with this that long ago?
Frozen. What?
And the other part is that when I start learning how to do other things, it's like I can be all silly and just go, yay, sprinkles, yay! And I
apologize if you guys can't see me. Hold on, my camera stopped working. Hold on.
That's okay.
Awesome. I'm glad that Gemma's reaching out and you're helping her.
Yeah. It's bits and pieces. I keep repeating to her, it's bits and pieces. It's okay, Gemma. It's nice and easy. Remember, it's just a machine. It's okay. We still get to hear your awesomeness. It's okay. Breathe. Breathe through it.
I am so triggered right now to the point where Sean knows exactly what happened to me yesterday. The situation was a big trigger, and a certain person decided to tell me something which was completely stupid and
unacceptable.
Yep, and completely made myself aware to the point where now I feel like I'm about to burst into tears again, and my anxiety is high, and right now I have 2 sensory aids on me. Right now I have my necklace on. I have my bracelet, which Sean likes. He likes my favourite little rainbow one.
I do. Actually, I like that a lot.
Yes, I know. That's why I got it out, because I'm like sitting here going, oh my freaking God, like I'm about to freaking go into a massive freaking meltdown, and you guys... This is the thing. You guys need to see this. This is what I don't show a lot. And my meltdowns can be epic. Like, they can be bad. And like Sean knows, I will be phoning him after this stream to go, help. What the hell?
It's okay. It's all right. On your video down at the bottom, I just figured something you can try.
Yep.
In the settings, and you click on settings.
Yep.
Where it says camera resolution, set it to standard definition 480p.
Yep. So already on it.
Hit done and try that. See if that brings you back. And then if it doesn't, nope. Try and put it back to 720 now.
Okay.
It's okay. If it doesn't, it's all right.
Oh, there we go. Yay! That's back. There we go.
You're a little off on your video, but that's all right. We still get to see it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, my sound issues are so bad I can't even stream anything but what I'm doing now. This is the best I can do because if I try to do any of the other audio, I get nothing but cracks, pops, interruptions, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I wanted to do a stream tonight and it was completely shot. I don't know.
Poor Sean's not had an easy time with his streaming stuff, and I'm trying to help him with that. We've been doing tests after tests, and I think we've got some more tests we still need to do, haven't we? I think
the biggest part is that I'm going to have to get I'm going to have to add a sound card to my machine to try and see if I can offset the problem.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like with this whole autism stuff and the streaming thing, I think right now, like I said to Sean in private, I won't stream unless I have a trusted adult here with me, because I can't cope. I get into a meltdown. I get into bad depressive tendencies, which Sean has been really aware of, considering my last behaviour has been completely erratic. I'm on 3 sets of meds right now, which I can show you. One set is right next to me, and one of them is codeine, because I have a bad back and I have a trapped nerve in my stomach, which has caused my back and the back of my neck and my head to go into spasm. So every time I've been on video with Sean, I keep going like this. I have to literally twist myself, because every time I try and move, it's fucking agony. And that's caused me to get triggered even more. So right now I'm not well.
Your back is still bothering you? It's been a few weeks.
Yep. My back has been triggering me for weeks, and my doctors don't do anything, so...
They've been doing any physical?
I'm wondering if she's having spasms.
Yeah, the spasms are bad. Like, Sean has seen me when I've been bent over, I'm like... and I'm trying to keep the pain out, and it just doesn't work. It's been bad to the point where I haven't even been able to do my housework, because I'm in so much pain trying to do housework that I end up laying down on my bed and screaming. So, yeah, that's pretty much tipped me off. And with all this stuff now, with being accused of being fake as well, and being told that I'm not autistic, it's just about...
It's okay, sweetie. Remember, as I said, people have accused me of not being where I've been and doing what I've done in the service. And it's especially bad since I'm up here in Canada and I served in the U.S. Army.
Yep. Which I thank you for your service. I think that's majorly impressive.
Okay. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you for your support. What I think what's hard is for people who don't understand it is that, like myself, because I've actually taken the time to calm down enough to work through a lot of PTS, and I don't snap like I used to, because now it's like I understand how that people, when they do that, well, they're ignorant. It's fine. It's just their lack of understanding and knowledge. And it's also the idea that they want to be able to control you.
Yep.
Because if they can push their buttons to make you act one way or another, then they have won. And the object of this game, being that I was in military intelligence, is to play smarter than they are. And at the same time, be crazier than they are.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to sit there and fight or mess with anybody who's crazier than they are, because they know automatically that they don't want that kind of problem. because they're trying to bring you down and them up by making themselves feel better. So because of this, this is why I say very clearly, if it came down to a fight with somebody, as an example, because I diffuse it by being crazier than they are. I don't have to swing. I don't have to lay a finger on them. I just go nuts. And so it's really simple, is that very clearly, but my threat is sincere.
Mm-hmm.
And it is sincere at the point that if I have to go that crazy on them, I'm going to let them know I'm going to lose my mind and go to the point of the knockdown rule. If nobody knows what the knockdown rule is, it's very clear. If we get into a fight, the knockdown rule is in effect. And I sincerely mean my threat. If you will not stop fighting me and you will not back off and you will not take that threat of yours and back away from me, I will bring the knockdown rule. The knockdown rule is if I knock you down, we're going to have sex, and I'm on top, and you're taking it. And that's how that is, and I don't care if you're a dude. If you think
just
I'm
now,
crazy, let's go crazy.
Like Sean also knows that I'm on. Sean knows I'm on medication. Like just now, I had to take my anxiety meds. Yes, you saw me self-medicate. Let me explain why the hell I'm medicating. Because one, right now, my mental health is bad. I'm on 45 milligrams of anxiety medication, and I'm on a further 45 milligrams of back pain medication because of my spasms and my trapped nerves I have. And again, I'm getting told off for that because I'm showing that I'm on meds. Yes, I'm on meds, which I need to function, and I'm on meds because I'm not well.
Well, and
that's where, again... Oh, go ahead, please.
Oh, I was going to say, that was a pretty interesting tactic. I've never threatened rape on anybody in a parking lot for that, but, that's...
For a dude? See, the thing is that guys, we understand... Well, here's the thing is that...
That was, as far as
for a guy that wants to...
Yeah, you're right.
It is.
Break them down immediately. But, I mean, it's crazy. You're right.
Or better yet, I saw a guy do this, and I thought it was brilliant. He just immediately started stripping down and getting naked and going, let's do this. And immediately, it's disarming. Because at that point in time, you're just trying to stop the fight. You really don't want to do anything. You really don't. Neither do I. I really don't. You just want to disarm him and say, you know what, knock it off. I'm going to be crazier than you. And if you think I have to keep going with it, I'll keep escalating it until you stop. Because just stop. And then all of a sudden they run off and it's like, okay, I'm getting dressed and it's all cool. And later, I don't have to do a thing.
One time I told a guy, go outside, practice falling down. I'll be out in a minute.
That's actually a good idea right there, too. I like that one. Yeah, you go ahead and practice falling down. I'll be out here in a minute.
Like, the thing is as well, like, recently, people don't realize how much Sean has helped me, like, behind the scenes. He has spent hours, and I mean hours, talking to me, getting me to the point of being calm, because I've been in such a dark, depressive, dark shithole that I've been unable to get myself out, and that means, like, I hadn't even been able to go out as in social public out, and it's a case of I've had to be a social hermit and be at home because I can't go outside.
Right. But this is where the opposite side of the coin is that I've been in those dark moments. I know how hard it is. And really, I don't like to see anybody suffer. This is why I'm trying to teach you these tactics of how to work with yourself so that you can control. Because you can't control anybody else. You really can't. But you can control you. You can respond however you want. Now, I just showed you an extreme of going the opposite direction of calm, when really, actually, I'm pretty cool with everything as it is. I'm just trying to stop a guy who's he's wanting to do violence, and if it's not just to me, it could be to a bunch of other people. I'm going to stop this to make it so that he snaps out of it to make him go away. And other times, what it is it's really simple, It's just like, well, if you feel like you have to fight, that's fine, but, notify your next of kin kind of thing, because it's going to be bad for you. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you, really, but, if you're not going to stop, I have no choice but to go forward with this. For you, for trolls, the thing is that I go in there and I do crazy tactics. I love on them. Oh God, you're a troll. That's awesome. So can we be friends?
No.
I really want to be friends with you.
I've shown Gemma
He's
how to.
absolutely right. That's how I shut trolls
Ask-
down on Facebook. I
ask
just
Gemma.
say, I agree, you're correct.
We've turned trolls
And they
before.
go away.
Some of
Yeah,
our
you
Yeah.
have, yeah.
we've turned trolls, and they're some of our best moderators, honestly.
They don't know how to respond to anything positive.
Give them a
so-
goal.
One second, I need to get a drink. 1 second.
Some of them just want to be a part of
Okay.
something. You just got to give them a positive outlet, positive, creative thing to do.
Yep.
And you're not like you're
Well,
occupying somebody's time. They want an objective. You're just giving them an objective. They want to. In a way, it's almost like people just want to be subservient or whatever. They want to. They're like knights out there, like digital knights, and they want to either make people laugh or make people question things. And they're out there just experimenting with people's emotions. But the thing is we got to remind them
People
that
just need a friend.
do it for positivity. Do it for inspiration. If you're going to be trolling
Right.
people, do it for the positive stuff. Like, let's be a part of the light side of that. Like, because that's what me and Jem have always advocated and talked about
I troll trolls on
from day
Facebook.
one.
My favorite thing is to troll trolls on Facebook. I find the troll, and I troll the troll.
And it's so easy with political
The
conversations.
thing is, though, like with being autistic and on the spectrum, everything that you guys deal with for me is 10, 20 times worse extreme. Like, I have to deal with the sensory input. I have to deal with the physical input. Like just now, you saw me medicate. That's the physical input of having autism. I have to medicate to feel some kind of freaking normal.
I will also medicate. I will medicate.
Well, I mean, with that, that's completely understandable because you just remind me of my brother in so many ways. Like he wouldn't let people touch any of his possessions. He absolutely adores his Ruby and Resident Evil. Any action figure that's
Gemma's would be she likes Buffy. She likes.
But do you like people touching your stuff?
Hell no. No way. No chance in hell. No way.
What, Gemma? Neither do I. You don't touch my stuff.
There's also a British comedy she watches called The Watch, I think, or The Night, or The Stand. I can't remember. It's about British law enforcement.
I used to watch it.
Go ahead.
I think it's called.
Yeah, I was just going to reply to Joe. He was meaning the British TV police program I used to watch. It's called The Bill. I've actually been obsessed with that since I was like 11, and it's been a long time thing that I used to watch, and I ended up collecting all the DVDs of that TV program. I actually have them in my wardrobe right now.
What I was getting at with the whole touching of personal possessions and whatnot was that my little brother, he would not let anybody touch his stuff. But the first time he meets Joe, he's like, what, how old was Josh? 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Joe could just sit down and play with his Matchbox cars and play with his action figures, and I'm like, I've been his sister for his life, and he won't let me touch his stuff.
Yeah, but you have cooties.
Well, clearly, but I could always do this thing.
God damn.
I still do this. When I go to visit my family, I will purposely move Josh's action figures, and he will get so mad, and I'll be like, Joe did it, and he'll be like, oh, that's okay then. I like the way they are now, and I'm like,
wow.
I was like, well, I touched that one. He's like, Mom, can I have the Clorox wipe?
So yeah, I want to add a point into this. Like the reason I did this stream was to kind of make people aware of the live streaming changes that's going to happen on here, and also to let people know I have enforced new rules I'm going to put on this channel as well. I'm not going to live stream unless I have trusted adults with me all times, because I can't clearly cope with live streaming on my own. Period. That will be regular, trusted people who I know, and it will be certain people only who will be on my panels from here on in, and it'll be Sean, Amber, Joe, and Mel, and that's it. That'll be about it. I'm not having anyone else, and probably Gil when he comes into my stream. That will be the panels I have. That will be it.
Okay, I will have Joe over the next couple of days.
I
Help
didn't
me
have the chat up.
through a Google name and everything. That way, we could do a hangout or whatever if he's at work or.
Use the same thing.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah,
just-
I'm on my
Yeah.
laptop all day. 'Cause I'm either doing.
Yeah, so that, yeah,
I'm always doing something on
No,
my
it's just-
laptop. So.
Sean
I
was
was
trying to say something.
Even I've had to change things here recently, so it's fine. My biggest problem is that I have to figure out an audio issue that I cannot correct with this machine that I have. I mean, it's a high-end machine, but the sound card just can't handle what I'm trying to do. So even I'm changing things, and I'm trying to show her a different way of actually how we can approach things.
Oh,
Mine's more mechanical, but I'm showing her you can adjust this all in the same way. You have to do the same thing with different stuff. So she's just trying to figure out how to get it to work. Another problem I have is that she's understanding not only is it my sound card that I have, so for her it could be like a troll issue, just having to shift for that. I now also have been hit with a couple of copyright issues. They weren't strikes or anything like that, but they were running ads on my videos, and I haven't monetized. All for about 40 seconds of music that came into the game I was playing that I have no control over turning off of, because it's a cutscene. So I had to delete everything to stop it to doing that because I don't want ads on those.
no,
And
absolutely
it's about psychosis awareness, and I treat it very seriously. I do not want this to be taken lightly. But now I'm trying to figure out, can I even do the game again to show psychosis awareness? I may have to play it and then delete it just so people can see what was going on, and then try and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm at a crossroads and a half. I can just do my microphone as good as it is right now, and that's it. This is I'm at an impasse. I don't know what's happened to my machine. I've reloaded it, and then now this on top of it. I'm not giving up, and
no,
I'm trying to show her that you have to change what you're doing, but you don't give up.
no,
Don't
I'm not giving up. No, I'm not going to give up. It's just the fact that I know I need to have supervision. I need to have trusted people on my panels, and like I said, that's going to be regulars only who I know who support me, I know who've known me for quite a while, and like I say, that's going to be Amber, Sean, and Joe, and maybe Gil when he gets here sometimes, and that'll be it. I'm not going to have anyone else on, and that'll be for strict reasons. And right now, that's the best thing for me.
Okay.
And also, right now, I'm being really well depressed, and right now, my right now,
Well,
my
think of it
back
this way: is that
is spasming, and it's
You're in pain.
depression
Right
is an ownership. Yeah, it is. It pulls you down. Depression is an ownership. You either own depression by the moment that you have it, or you decide to disown it and not consent to it. As hard as that is to say, because it's like the same thing as like, oh, just calm down when somebody's angry. It doesn't that.
Mind over matter.
But it's just,
it doesn't matter.
well, that's
yeah,
true.
I'm taking ownership.
I didn't mind.
I
I didn't mind divorcing my ex-wife because she didn't matter either. It's okay.
Oh my god, Dad.
I didn't mind it. She didn't matter anymore. Well, when she left me for a man she left me for another man and his wife, it was just like, wow, I guess I get to miss out on the fun. Thanks. I think.
So, that's a burn.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
like, people are asking me what I need in the chat. It's not exactly what I need. It's the fact that I need you guys to understand that when I do streams, I'm only going to have selected people on my panels and stuff, and I just need you guys to be here and support me. That I don't need anything from you. It's just the fact that my mental health state of mind right now is not brilliant. It hasn't been for some time, and the fact I've had 2 incidences in 2 weeks now of 2 different channels trying to attack me and trying to attack my stream. Well, more than 2 channels actually, but 2 channels per se that have been trying to control my streams and whatnot, and it's caused me some massive blows to live stream. And right now I wasn't even going to do the stream, but you know what, I have to because it needs to be explained. And
Better? You feel better? If you don't, why are we doing this?
Yes, I feel better per se for explaining it, but pain-wise right now, no.
The physical pain.
I think they would agree. Yeah, well, and that's definitely going to be always difficult. But pain is inevitable. Suffering is the option.
Yes.
Just trying to get you past the idea of the suffering to get you off of that, so it's not the option.
We've
Yes.
talked
Here's
about
the
this
thing.
too, Gemma.
I know.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
You gotta find
I know,
that
Joe.
sense.
I know. We've talked about it. Like Sean knows that me and him will go straight into a phone call after here, and I'll talk to him about some more stuff that's been going on. And it's I'm very confused in my head right now with some other stuff as well. And also, I'll bring this to the public attention, such as Sean will probably mention it anyway. I've been having some issues with some door callers, and it's been causing me the utmost fucking stress. And I've had groups of people keep calling my door, and I actually have a sign on my door which basically says, "Don't come here, don't knock, don't ring the bell, leave me the hell alone." And I'm still getting them, and I nearly had one again today, well, yesterday, because luckily I was in the kitchen for myself a drink at the time, and luckily I missed them. But otherwise, it would have been my fifth time in 4 weeks of having door sellers at my door, and it's led me to have severe panic attacks to the point where I've rung up Sean with severe reaction, and yeah. So that's been triggering me on top of everything else.
Oh, that's
one of which. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that sucks, Gemma. That's just people messing with you. And probably because they see the sign saying not to do it, they're joking with you and attacking you, or it might just be kids. I mean, I don't.
No, they're not. They're adults.
No,
that's even worse.
Yeah, these are. Yeah, this is some of the people that are coming there are members of my church, and while normally I would be like, okay, proselytizing any faith is understandable, but there is a matter of free will that is not being taken into account here. Because conversion by any kind of compulsory or threatening, coerced, any kind of thing like that is not true faith. I don't care what it is. You either go to the faith because you feel that it's something you can use to lift you up and make you a better person, or you find something else. And I have honestly said to somebody, sorry, this is really good chicken.
It's okay, Dad. No worries.
My cooking is amazing. It is what it is. And that's my wife in the background. So I've had to tell somebody here recently, it looks like your faith is having a problem because you're not finding it comfortable to work with. You're forcing us. You shouldn't be doing that. And maybe you might want to go take time to either pray on it, reflect on it, meditate on it, like I've even taught them, and ask the hard question of, is this really for you? But these people are not doing that at all, and they're members of my church. And the nice thing is, because of the fact that I have the luxury of this, I'm going to be getting a hold of members higher up in the church hierarchy that, it's not like it's, authoritative, but we can actually ask them to stop, and it should happen. Because there's ways. I'm not Jehovah's Witness by any way. I'm not. That is the letter of the law, not the spirit of the word, in any way, shape, or form. And quit looking at my chicken, cat. You can go away. My son's holding a cat, and he's just looking at my plate going, and that's for me. No, it's not. So, yeah. So I think that the big deal with all of this is that harassment is not just, I think, yeah, you're right. It's probably that sign is like the big red button that says, don't push me.
Okay, this is different.
And
not just kids being kids.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's people who are adults that honestly do not understand the word no. And that just doesn't go for the idea. I mean, no means no doesn't just go for the fact of unwanted sexual advances. No means no for when you're actually invading somebody's space in a way that's actually uncomfortable. If I was doing it as a dialectic, like we're actually discussing something across the table, we both disagree, but as long as we get to the truth of the matter, then it doesn't matter. That's fine. That's understandable. And if and some people just don't want to have that conversation anyway because the fact of, well, maybe their friend died, or maybe they're having, a bad time, they got fired. Maybe they're just in a depressive state because of some things they remembered. Maybe it could be a lot of things. But you give them their fair share of time to say, hey, I just don't want to talk about this at all because it makes me angry and upset. Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep prayers for you and have a great time. And, I also noticed that when people are doing sales, they tend to push it because they get addicted to the kill, as the phrase is. Hi, Lynn. They get addicted to that. I want to win. I want to close. I want to have the, I want to make the money. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they don't understand how not to knock it off. This is where, again, escalating in the opposite direction works really well for these people because they're used to having people who are sheep. And I'm the wolf. I'm very well trained at what I do. And that would be where I would honestly have to say that there would be times I would show up at the door completely butt naked. Without any compunction as to any... My dignity is completely intact. I have no problem with it. I'm completely comfortable. Oh, you're going to sit there and show me about how it is? You want to talk about Jesus Christ as my Savior? Well, I'm ready to be baptized right now. How we doing this? And I don't care.
You're just as bad as I am with Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also ask. Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I'm saying that I have the tactic down.
Don't ever mix tactics. Don't ever show up naked and then apply the knockdown rule.
Sharpshooter.
Yeah, no, that would be bad.
Sharpshooter, if you're on my chat still, can you drop Sean's channel link for me, please, if you're still here? Yeah. And drop the James Show channel link too, please, if you're still here.
The thing is, go ahead.
Friends went into Jehovah Witnessing. And I even told her, I was like, now you're making me feel all bad for everything I've ever done. Like, and she's like, well, what have you done? And I'm like, well, they've knocked at the door with their book in hand. And I opened the door with my cat in hand. Like, do you want to hear about my Lord and Savior? I mean, this thing runs my house. Like, we all know how cats are. They're buttholes.
I've had a field day with some of this stuff because I have a degree. I have a bachelor's in theology. Oh. So what the best part is that I love it when they come up to the door and I do this one. So I noticed that you guys have it so that only 144,000 people are supposed to go to heaven. So I just got to ask, why are you guys recruiting? Are you not happy with your spot? You just want to give this away to somebody else? I'm just asking. I need to know these things. God, they hate that question.
Jim, are you okay?
Those witnesses have...
No, not really.
Yeah.
Breathe.
What's going on?
All right, she looks like she's in pain. She was just...
I mean, absolutely friggin'... Never mind.
Yeah, you
have you tried to stretch?
Back
yes, that's what I was just doing.
Okay, have you stretched away from the pain? As in, like, going forward away from the pain?
No, I was doing the other one.
Back I know. Remember to stretch it out like it's a cramp a bit, not pushing it, just a little. To give yourself that little bit of stretch relief. It's the same thing as like my sciatica. I bend away from the pain to cause it to stretch out to give it some kind of relief. Yeah. And then I can stand back up and I can keep going.
It's not just that. It's like I can feel an anxiety attack coming on. So I'm trying to prevent it.
Okay.
Right now.
That's all right.
You got this. Just breathe.
Trying to. And it's like, this is the thing. Like,
Gemma, I put my knee out of place all the time and I cry and cry. I cry. Like I am literally on my one knee crying because I can't bend my other knee because it's not popped back in the socket.
It's about Gemma right now.
I'm composed. I'm composed.
No, I'm just saying. Okay. My whole point is I know she's got this. She's Gemma.
Right now I haven't. Right now I'm in a state of trying to stop an anxiety attack because I know full well that I'm going to end up having one or potentially.
You're one of the strongest people I know, Gemma. You got this. Just breathe.
Yeah.
Again,
you got it.
If I have to,
you're awesome.
I will break out my squirrel collection. I will break out my squirrel collection right now. I will do that for you because I love you and I think you're special.
Okay.
I'll get out the big black one that I have. He's got the really bushy tail and he's really cute. You know what he actually likes to play? He likes to play pinochle. I know it's crazy. I'm still trying to figure out how he gets the cards in his little paws. It's nice. There he is. See, there's his cousin. I don't have that one. See, I want to collect them all, but he's got one now. See how that works? I don't know how to do this.
This is a bobblehead.
See, I have a great. It's a bobblehead? Oh, that's awesome. See, I don't have that one. It's not hard for me to sit there and say, I can break out my whole squirrel collection. I love my squirrels. You know that. I love my squirrels. You're great. No, I don't have kids. Nope. Don't have kids at all. Don't know what it's like to make a fool out of myself for them. Not even a chance. Nope. Not even slightly.
I do want to throw something out there. I haven't talked to my son about it yet, but his high school is offering a student exchange program, and he can go to London for a semester.
Nice.
And I'm like, you know what? I think I already have a sponsor.
Nice. Yeah, at that point, it would work out really well with him.
Gemma about that, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Gemma would also have.
Yeah.
Well, between Gemma and just being abroad, like, my son could learn so much. Like, love, tolerance, just a fucking...
Yes. He would come back with an accent like this and be able to read for hours at a moment's time, wouldn't he?
Oh, good Lord, I love it.
Oh, it's just terrible. Oh, I have all these crazy accents that I pick up along the way. Gemma, are you all right, darling?
My, our twins, every time
Gemma
comes on, Jim is the only thing that saves my daughter from a meltdown. Like, seriously,
yeah, little Una, yeah.
On my TV.
Nice.
She's only 10 months old. Well, our twins are 10 months old.
Yes, Dad?
But...
Yes, Dad, what are you saying? Sorry?
Hang on. This is where she's showing you very clearly the brilliance that you have. This is where I've tried to say before is that you have such a shine. You're brighter than you think you are. You're not just a candle. You're a freaking sun in the universe. You are that brilliantly bright.
Hell yeah.
You're radiant.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are. And that's the thing is that if you can sit there and take a small child and have them brighten up, and here I am, I mean, you can honestly see that if I didn't want to do these silly things, I mean, I'm 47. I'm a dude. I am a straight man. And I am absolutely having no problem to sit there and go, pink is the color I can wear. Seriously. And my eyelashes are gorgeous.
Nothing wrong with that. He wore a Tinkerbell shirt
just...
out. The boys were like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm sporting this.
Gemma's seen me in a dress before.
Yes.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Well, I hope your legs were shaved.
Nope.
If not, maybe you were scaring the wildlife.
Quite the opposite.
Like, it's it is a beautiful thing, though. As soon as, like, her or Gemma, your recorded videos aren't nothing compared to when Joe's talking to you and Una hears you say Una. She gets so excited.
I know, yeah, she does. She gets hyped, yeah.
It makes like this.
Yeah, Una does get hyped. She's like that, and it's like that is fun. It does make me laugh when she does that. It's like trying to focus on that and then sort of.
And I'm like, really, guys? Do I have to put Gemma on? I put Gemma on, and my house is quiet.
I don't think I'm that good somehow. It's the fact that I somehow have a link with babies, which is news to me, but...
But it's also how brilliant your attitude is and the personality. I wouldn't act silly like this for just anybody.
No, I know, Dad.
Really,
I know.
it's true.
Even
I mean, I have no problems.
Across the computer.
Sounds like he values his time.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Yeah, this is the thing that you have as a good effect. Yes, you're having your moments, and I understand exactly why and where they come from, and we work through them. But at the same time, you're not those moments. They're just temporary. The real you is so awesome that you're able to affect things around you in a positive way. You can make those bad moments turn around and spin. And I know that the pain comes, but at the same time, for some reason, you're still able to smile even when I do silly stuff like this. And there I am. You
I'm
know you
trying to
want the
smile
pickle.
through the pain,
Yeah.
so I'm not showing you how much distress I'm actually in right now. I'm like,
That is a generic pickle Rick.
if I had to label
That
the
was
pain
a
right
nice-
now, Dad, I'm seriously ready to have
I
a
can
full
give you bacon.
meltdown on my
Bacon.
stream.
Oh, I love bacon. That's.
Nice shake of the bacon.
Bacon.
But no,
Bacon.
I love it, God.
Bacon.
it's the one thing I think we all three agree on, Gemma, is that the impact you have on the majority has nothing to do with the minority.
Well,
Yeah,
Right.
I get that.
That may have came out a little bit wrong.
No, I don't know. I know what you
The
meant.
way
I know
I
what you
said
meant.
it,
It's
I might
fine.
have. I mean the trolls. The trolls are the minority.
Oh,
Like the majority
Well,
of
and the,
people, your
Not-
followers.
the not popular opinion.
I mean, come on.
yeah.
When a baby's face lights up because she hears your voice,
But Gemma's
I
such
can't even get her to get excited over Peppa Pig anymore because it's not the same.
Gemma's such a kind-hearted person though. That even when she
Like
she's
Yuna,
I guess she feels bad for these people
well,
in a way.
I feel bad for them. So sad and sorry that they
for the
have to
love
pick
of
on
Jesus.
themselves to make themselves seem big.
Gemma,
Exactly.
do you need to end the stream so you can put ice on your something? Or?
I don't think it's ice that she's going to need. She's going to need to either stretch out or
Gemma, if you mail me the ice pack, I'll hit him with it.
try and stretch forward again, sweetie. Away from it. Like if it's on your left side, go to the right and stretch down. If it's on the right, go to the left and stretch down. Gently pull, not hard, not hard.
Why do you keep
These are things that
computer?
are just necessary to pull this out.
Oh my God, it's still charged.
Personally, at this point, I'm almost wishing that she had somebody to kind of massage that out because I have a feeling that it's a knot that's in there that won't let go.
Well, that's what I told Joe. I said if we can't be there physically, we can at least be here. I
What are we supposed to
guess
do?
metaphorically.
I think I need to go on a
Yeah.
phone call with Sean. I'm going to wrap this stream up because right now I'm on a borderline anxiety attack and I'm really not feeling great at all.
It's okay, sweetie. That's quite all right. It's
That
okay.
makes sense though.
I
Not a big
really
deal.
don't like seeing you like this.
You do what you got to do, Gemma.
Thank
We'll
you
hop
so
off
much,
soon.
everybody. I'm going to wrap this stream up and I'm going to head on to a phone call with Sean and talk this out because right now I am feeling bad.
We'll get through this. It's okay.
Thank you for taking care of her, Sean. You guys have a good
No
night.
problem. Yeah, it's nice meeting you guys. Yep.
You too.
You
Catch
too.
Thank you
guys
so
later.
much, guys, for being here. And I'm going to wrap up this stream and I'll jump onto Google right now to go with Sean because
All right. We'll talk to you guys here later. I'll see you in a bit, Gemma.
Okay. Take care, guys. I'm off. Thank you for watching.